beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Segenhm. In today's video, I put together a behind the scenes of what makeup I use every time I film a cooking video, a beauty haul, my Sunday vlogs. I pretty much give you a breakdown on what makeup I need to have when I film any YouTube video or any content that I post on my social media. So if you guys are interested to see what products I use, what things I like to avoid when I'm filming, and pretty much tips on how I film my YouTube video, continue watching. But first, before we get started, you already know I have to give a major shout out to the following people right over here. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing to my channel. It really means a lot, and I can't thank you guys enough. If you want a shout out like them, all you have to do is click the notification bell. Let me know that you're a new subscriber in the comment section down below, and I'll give you guys a shout out on Thursday's video. All right, so without further ado, let's get started with today's video. This top is actually giving me life right now. First things first, I'm gonna remove these off of my under eyes. You guys already know with my makeup tutorials, I love having eye masks so that my under eyes are nice and hydrated. That way they don't crease, especially because I smile a lot on camera. Like, my eyes tend to squint too. Anyways, I use all of my facial muscles when I smile, so I like to use that underneath my eyes. Again, all of these products are going to be listed in the description box below. But first things first is primer, because primer is going to help ensure that all the makeup stays intact. So the primer that I'm going to use is my absolute favorite. It's by Fenty Beauty, and it's their Hydrating Soft Silk Primer. Ooh, that was a lot to say. So I'm just going to apply this on my face, just a couple pumps. I absolutely love the way, I love the way that this product smells and feels on my skin. Oh, it is so great. Make sure I get my forehead. And I am going to be filming right after this video, so that's why I just thought it just makes sense to film this type of video, especially if you're a content creator that is, you know, trying to start on YouTube, or if you're trying to get started on content creating on Instagram as well. Like, I find that these tips really help me, and these products do last a really long time, so that's why I love to use it, especially if it's a long day of shooting. But primer is definitely something that you need for sure. Right after that, I like to go in with my eyebrows. First things first, I like to comb up my brows, but to make sure that these brows last and they're not budging and they don't droop down. So I like to use a brow setter. My favorite brow setter is by Benefit Cosmetics. I love Benefit Cosmetics brow products. They're like my favorite, but the 24-hour brow setter is my go-to. I absolutely love it. What I like to do is I like to comb up my brows using the brow gel, and that helps with setting my brows. This might be a bit backward because this is typically the last step when you do your brows, but for me, I like to do this first and then go in with my brow pencil just to fill in the gaps, because I feel that this saves a chunk of time, especially if I'm rushing to make a video. For instance, like the Segen's giving videos that I was doing, those were videos like non-stop, and so I was just like, oh my god, I have to quickly do my makeup. So this is a huge time saver, because all I have to do is set the brows, let it dry for a little bit, and then fill them in. So as the brow gel sets a little bit, I'm gonna go in with my foundation and just do half a pump on each side. So half a pump here, half a pump here. This foundation is by Fenty Beauty. It's my favorite one. It's almost done at this point, but it's the Pro Filter Hydrating Foundation in the color 385. So if you guys use me as a reference, 385 is literally my go-to color. It's one of the newer colors that they launched last year, because for a while I was using 380. But once they came out with 385, I was just like, okay, this is literally my skin tone, so. So I'm going to go in with my Morphe brush. This is the M439 brush. My favorite brush to use is the NYX brush, but this brush is really good and it's super affordable as well. I'll link this brush in the description box below in case you guys are interested. And anything that's excess, I like to use for my forehead, because typically I don't like to pack in a lot of product on my forehead. Another tip with helping with time and saving time is do your hair before you put on your makeup, and like have your hair set while you're putting on your makeup, because I find that that's like the best thing to do when I'm like trying to film, especially multiple videos in a day. which happens because a lot of you guys lately have been asking me this question, and it's if I have a full-time job, and I do. So when I film, it's like a huge filming day. So once I'm done with the foundation, I'm just gonna go in with my brow pencil. My favorite brow pencil is the one by Benefit Cosmetics, and it's the Precisely My Brow Pencil. I like the color 4.5, but I also received number 4 in PR, and number 4 is actually not that bad, but 4.5 is literally the perfect color for me, but I can get away with number 4. So if you guys are interested, I'll also link that in the description box below, because this is literally the best. I was using a lot of brow products before trying the Precisely My Brow, but I feel like this really is the best. And that includes drugstore, because I'll always try to see if drugstore products will give me the same thing, and I haven't seen like a dupe for it. So yeah, I'm only filling it in a little bit. I like to keep like towards the front of my brows pretty bare because I like that natural look. Next, I'm gonna go in with some concealer. Depending on the day and the time that I have, I like to use 2 concealers. So the first concealer that I like to use is the one by Makeup Forever. It's their new matte velvet concealer, and it's in the color 4.4. So 4.4 is typically not my highlight shade, but it's pretty close to my natural skin tone. And then the second concealer I like to use is a little lighter. So I like to apply that on the highlight of my face, let it sit for just a little bit, and then I blend it out with my beauty blender. So now I'm gonna go in with blending out the concealer. Now, typically I like this coverage. Like, I could really do the rest of my makeup, which is really setting it, mascara, and blush. But since I have a bit of time, I'm going to use the second concealer. And the concealer that I like to use is by CoverGirl, and it's their True Blend concealer in the color Golden Amber. So this is pretty light, but I like to apply this just right underneath my eyes, so it could be a little bit more highlighted. Again, this is lighter, but this is what I typically like to do when I go for like the highlighted look. And then to that, I'm gonna blend it out. So once that's blended, this part of this whole video is what's really important for me, and that's setting my concealer and pretty much setting my face, because I'm not trying to look greasy. Like, do you know what I mean? So I like to make sure the under eye concealer is all nice and blended out, because if it's not and you set with powder, you're just setting creases underneath your eye. Now, the setting powder that I love to use is by Laura Mercier. This is the translucent setting powder. I might try the honey one in the future, but this is what really works for me. I'm going to just take my beauty blender, tap out any excess, and then set my under eyes like that. Do the same thing again on the other side. I'm gonna also set right underneath my jawline here. Just lightly, and then we're gonna dust it off. Awesome, we're all done. No, just kidding, obviously. I'm just gonna dust that off. And then I'm gonna take my setting mist by Morphe and just set my face before I apply on any mascara or blush. So next, I'm gonna take some bronzer. The bronzer that I'm gonna use today is by Fenty Beauty. And I'm just going to just lightly bronze up my face. And this is gonna act like a contour. And next, my favorite part is blush. This is my favorite blush at the moment. It's by Milani Cosmetics, and it's the Coral Clove in number 5. And if you guys watched Sunday's vlog, I vlogged getting this blush from Walmart, and I don't remember if I shared that it was like the last one on sale. I don't know if this is popular or maybe this is a new color, but it was the last one. So it's like a perfect pinky orange blush, which is exactly what I was looking for. So far so good. Pretty much all that's left that I like to do is mascara, but when I'm feeling a bit lazy or if I'm feeling a bit rushed, I like to use bronzer as my eyeshadow. So that's what we're going to be using today. So I'm going to take the same Fenty Beauty bronzer and use that as my eyeshadow. Perfect. So the last step is to do mascara. You guys already know my favorite mascara is the Bad Gal Bang Mascara by Benefit Cosmetics. So I'm just going to lightly comb my lashes with this mascara. And you don't have to do much effort when it comes to this mascara. It just really does a great job with making your lashes look super long and super ready for the camera. Perfect. At this point I like to skip the bottom lashes, but I'll just add a little bit of mascara to my bottom lashes. Right at the edge here. Make sure that the makeup does not move because we need it to last. Not sweat off, not budge, not nothing. So I just did one last spritz of my setting spray. So next what I'm gonna do is, I don't think the camera's picking up on the little flyaways that I'm seeing in real life, but I'm gonna put a bit of hairspray and then wrap my head. And then I'm gonna change and we're pretty much almost done. So give me 1 second. So I'm just gonna take, ooh. What was that? Okay, that sounded weird. Anyway, I'm just gonna take a bit of hairspray. So what I typically like to do is wrap my head with a head wrap. Make sure the flyaways, the edges are nice and set. And then once I'm done changing, putting on my earrings, and pretty much putting in the final touches, then I'm done. The one thing that I forgot to mention is my lip gloss. What I typically like to do is use one lip gloss when I'm filming, especially if I'm filming a cooking vlog or a try-on haul. And if I quickly need to readjust, then I just wanna reapply lip gloss and not like lip liner, a lipstick, and a gloss on top, because I'm trying to make it look as consistent as possible. So it's really between the Laneige Lip Glow Balm and the Fenty Beauty Gloss Balm in Fussy. So it's really between these two. And lately I've been reaching for the Laneige Lip Balm because I like just like a nice glossy lip. This was a part of my September favorites, and I thought I lost it 2 weeks ago and I was freaking out, but this is like my favorite. Okay, so I just quickly changed. I am back and it is time to unveil. Yes. No flyaways. Okay, so the one last tip I want to leave you guys, especially if you're like me and you like to set your hair with, you know, a head wrap, you need to remember to blend out your forehead, because what will happen, especially if you have a pretty healthy forehead like me, and by healthy I mean big, you just need to blend out that area, or you can take your contour brush or whatever you use to contour your forehead, whether it's a beauty blender or a brush, you can just blend that out like that. So that's what I like to do, because what will really grind my gears, especially when I've filmed everything and I'm ready to edit, is that harsh line right on my forehead. It is so annoying. But this is pretty much the final look. Guys, this is literally my go-to when I need to film something really quick or when I need to actually leave and go somewhere really quickly. So, all right guys, so that pretty much wraps up today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys found these tips very helpful, especially if you want to get started on content creating or maybe even starting up a YouTube channel. I've been receiving a lot of those questions lately, so I figured I'd put this video together for you guys to give you a bit of behind the scenes of what I do and how I get ready for every time I need to film a YouTube video. So if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comment section down below. I always leave the equipment that I use in the description box, so make sure you guys check that out. But if you guys want more helpful, more detailed YouTube ideas or how to get started on YouTube videos, let me know in the comment section down below and I'll be happy to create those videos for you guys. Remember to like, share, and comment down below. Subscribe to the channel for new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. I love each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!